The human mind is an amazing thing. You can remember an amazing amount of stuff by having one trigger. Every public speaker knows this. You can put a word or two down on a piece of paper, and that will remind you of a whole body of information that you want to share. Well, I'm going to give you 2 words today for you to remember when you need to remember it. Here are the 2 words: God's law. The law of God is absolute good for you every moment, every time. But often we need to recall that, especially when we're in a tough situation, between a rock and a hard place. We just need a trigger for our mind so that we can, again, experience peace. God's law, it gives you that trigger, that remembrance. Also, it helps to establish an order outside of you. I've used it many times, and you can use it too this week. You'll discover that these 2 simple words have great power when you train your mind to rely and to trust on the power of God. They are powerful when you state them with conviction and with belief. God's law. Now, are you in need of healing? I remember one time back in 1991 when I was having gallbladder surgery. The surgeon came in and told me the worst possible things that could happen. He said, well, we hope to do this by laser, but if we can't, if it's worse than we think it is, and it might be, he said, we're going to have to cut you open and it will take you 8 weeks to recover. Well, I just sat there and I affirmed in a positive affirmation inside of my mind over and over again, God's law. Knowing that God was the great healer and recreator, and that God's law is always for good in and through me. And it will take over. It'll take your mind off of the illness, off of the problem, off of the limitations of medicine, to the thoughts of healing that will rush in and through you. You focus on the life of God, which is God's law, as it surges through your body, renewing and revitalizing every muscle and cell. Let me go on with my story. After that surgery, I was back at work the next day, feeling great. Do you seek greater freedom in your life? Do you seek a better way to know the truth that you already know? God's law. No matter what you have to do, tell that to your mind, that you are under an umbrella of protection and security and help. God's law is always with you. It infuses your mind with a knowledge and with an understanding that is constant. My friend, no matter what you need, no matter what I need, you can trust God and I can trust God, because we know that God's law is always with us, working on our behalf. When we put our entire trust in God, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You will be amazed constantly at the way everything begins to fall into place, all in an absolute perfection, because that's what God's law is. Absolute good for you all the time. God bless you.